Hey everyone, in this video I want to show you how to apply for unemployment benefits online in Ohio in light of the fact that on March 15th, 2020, Governor Mike Dewine expanded unemployment benefits to cover workers who are displaced even temporarily by the coronavirus crisis. So the website we're going to want to go to in order to apply online is unemployment.ohio.gov. It'll take you to a page that looks like this. And under Unemployed Workers, we're going to click File Appeal Benefits. It'll bring you to this page with a release of information, which you'll read in full, and click I agree to continue. Next, this Unemployed Workers page under Claimant Login, assuming that you haven't already created a login, we're going to go and click Register Now. So you'll start with basic questions, your name, social security number, date of birth, and then a PIN hint question in case you end up forgetting the PIN that we're about to create in the next step. Once you're done with that, go ahead and click Next. So here's our temporary PIN number. We're going to go ahead and write it down or copy and paste it so that we can be ready to use it in the next screen. We're going to go out to a login screen where we'll put in a username, which is our social security number, and then enter this temporary PIN number. So here we go to the login screen. So that brings us back to this page where we're going to go to our claimant login. You're going to type in your social security number. You're going to come down and type in the PIN that we just created. You either wrote it down or you're copying and pasting it. And then click Login. The next screen wants you to create your own PIN number, which is an 8-digit numeric only. So we're going to go ahead and do that and then confirm it and then hit submit. Next page, click File New Claim. Okay, and once you're logged in, it'll bring you to a personal information page where it would like you to fill out your address, a mailing address if it's different from your residence, and then your personal contact information at the bottom, and then you're going to click Next when you're done with that. And then the next page you'll have to do with some demographic information that they'd like you to fill out. And once you're done with all that, you'll just continue by hitting Next. Then you'll come to a page of eligibility questions, and again, keep in mind there's help text and help videos available if you have questions about any of these. I did read some of the help text about this second to last question down here. Would you like to have 10% of any benefit payments to which you may become entitled withheld for federal income tax as well? The help text says there's only one answer to that, and it's yes. 10% is the only withholding option for unemployment. Answering yes here has no effect on the amount or whether or not you pay federal taxes on your unemployment benefits, just in case that helps. And also, if you wish to claim a child or spouse as a dependent, if you hit yes there, then it'll take you to a page where you can go about doing that. And then when you're done, you can continue on with the next page 2 of eligibility questions. It's going to ask you if you are receiving any retirement, pension, severance pay, if you've applied for those, and it's going to want to see if the amount of those and how regularly they happen, and if there's an expected end date to those. And then some questions down here that, do you have a definite recall date from your former employers as far as when you'd go back to work, at least at the time of this video recording. If you've been displaced due to the coronavirus crisis, I'm not sure that any of us have answers to those, so those would be no's. If you're attending school, if you're a member of a trade union, you can answer these questions and then move right along. The next page will just ask you if you've had any out-of-state employment. If you haven't, you can check the box right here and move right along. Next page, if you had a mass layoff or buyout ID number. And if not, just click no and move right along. Next, employment history. Have you worked for more than one employer since October 1st, 2018? Answer accordingly. Employment details, you're going to look to put in start date, last day worked, county, reason for separation. They give you some drop-down menus, so most likely laid off would be the reason in this particular case. So part of the thing that they're going to ask you to do is register for job matching, which in normal circumstances, they're trying to match you with an employer, some form of a job. Given this current coronavirus crisis, I don't know how much job matching would actually be taking place in the coming weeks, but you do need to fill this out in order to continue with your application. So veteran status, wage information, occupational details, fill those out to the best of your ability, and then put in 2 occupations which you would like to work, and you have to do this occupation lookup code. So just real briefly on that, you're searching for this code. So let's say title, if I'm a videographer, search for any particular jobs that come up with that. When I see the one that best matches, I'm hitting here for this code, coming down, selecting that for occupation 1. It's actually asking you for 2 different occupations you'd be willing to work in. So go ahead and find a second one. Select that for occupation 2 and hit OK. You're brought back here. You can put in your months of experience in these and skills you have that qualify you, and then hit next. Okay, so as far as getting paid with your unemployment benefits, you have 2 options. It's either a debit card or a direct deposit to your bank account. They want to give you some information here about the debit card on this particular page. You can read all that if you like. No matter what your choice is, you're going to hit the next button. And when it brings you to the next page, then you get to choose either that debit card or a direct deposit to your bank account. Okay, and it's going to bring you to this final page. It's the certification. You're certifying that all the information that you've put down is true. This is it. I know the law provides penalties for false statements to obtain benefits. You're saying I agree to that above statement and I want my claim submitted for processing. So after this, if you hit agree and click next, you'll be hearing from Department of Job and Family Services as far as their determination and your employment benefits. I hope this video has been helpful in kind of walking through this process, and I really wish you the best in this trying time. Thank you for watching this video.